Know thyself, know the enemy. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defend warriors go to war first and then seek to win. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Be extremely subtle even to point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious even to the point of soundlessness. Thereby you can be the director of the opponent's fight. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Pretend inferiority and encourage his ignorance. If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight, even though the rule robs it. If fighting will not result in victory, then you must not fight even at the ruler's biddings. To fight and conquer in all our battles is not supreme excellence. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. Invincibility lies in the defense, the probability of victory in the attack. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. All men can see this tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is involved. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. If your opponent is of choleric temper, irritate him. The opportunity to secure yourself against defense lies in your own hands, but the opportunity of defending the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. Know your enemy and know yourself, and you can fight 100 battles without disaster. Regard your soldier as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Look on them as your own beloved sons, and they will stand by you even unto death. A good commander is benevolent and unconcerned with fame. The general who wins the battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. The general who loses makes but few calculations beforehand. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. The art of war teaches us to rely not on the likelihood on the enemy's not coming, but on our own readiness to receive him, not on the chance of his not attending, but rather on the fact that we have made our position unaccessible. He who is pursued and lies in wait for an enemy who is not will be victorious. Balk the enemy's power, force himself to reveal himself. Supreme excellence consists in backing the enemy resistance without fighting. He will win whose army is animated by the same spirit throughout all its rank. Comfort them with annihilation, and they will then survive. Plunge them into a deadly situation, and they will then live. When people fall into danger, they are then able to strive for victory. Thus, it is that in war the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won, whereas he who is destined to defend first fight and afterwards looks for victory. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. Weakness is the essence of the war. Quality of decision is like the well-timed spawn of a falcon which enables to strike and destroy its victim. Prohibit the taking of omens and do away with superstitious doubt, then until that itself comes, no calamity need be feared. For to win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the aim of speed. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the aim of skill. Hence, the saying, if you know the enemy and you know yourself, your victory will not stand in doubt. If you know heaven and you know earth, you may make your victory complete. Secret operations are essential in war. Upon them, the army relies to make its every move. Victory usually goes to the army who has better trained officers and men. There have never been a protracted war from which a country has benefited. Thus, what is of supreme importance in war is to attack the enemy's strategy. In the practical art of war, the best thing of all is to take enemy's country whole and intact. To shatter and destroy it is not so good. If our soldiers are not overburdened with money, it is not because they have a disaster for riches. If their lives are not unduly long, it is not because they are disinclined to longevity. When Aryans are sent with compliments in their mouths, it is a sign that the enemy wished for a truce. It is only the elegant ruler and the wise general who will use the highest intelligence of the army for the purposes of spying, thereby they achieve great results. The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence, it is the subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. The good fighters of old first put themselves beyond the possibility of defense and then wait for an opportunity of defending the army. The elegant ruler is heedful and the good general full of collusion. To see victory only when it is within the ken of a common hedge is not the aim of excellence. Hence, the general is skillful in attack whose opponent does not know what to defend, and he is skillful in defense those opponent does not know what to attack. Now the reason the elegant prince and wise general conquer the enemy whenever the move of their achievements suppress those of ordinary men is for knowledge. For them to perceive the advantage of defending the army, they must also have their rewards. It is essential to seek out enemy agents who have come to conduct espionage against you and to bribe them to serve you, give them introduction and care for them. Thus, double agents are recruited and used. Of all those in the army close to the commander, none is more immediate than the secret agent. Of all rewards, none more liberally than those given to secret agent. Of all matters, none is more confidential than those relating to secret operations. If we know that our own men are in a condition to attack but are unaware that the enemy is not open to attack, we have gone only halfway towards victory. Never trust a friend who is silent about your flaws.